Alright, so I streamed for about 5 hours without any mic audio, which is nice. A lot of it is like all these videos I make, well, all these videos, like all five of them, I make these for myself, so in a few years I could look back and be like, oh, that's where the meta was, that's what I was thinking. So I streamed 5 hours of my first impressions of Duviri, which I will never get back. Had a lot of interesting conversations and discussions and topics that I've written down specifically so I could speak about it on my first looks into Duviri. Lots of like stuff about the racial geopolitical climate of Warframe because it's very in depth, right? Like there's Dax soldiers, like Teshin is Dax, but I think all of the Dax are also black, and the Dash are a subservient warrior race to the Orokin that the Orokin made, and all this very interesting stuff that is now like would kind of be out of place to bring it up without like it was contextual before, right? So I guess these aren't my first impressions of Duviri, but in my first impressions of Duviri post my 5 hour video is it's a great update. I think that the horse cosmetics are a little bit too much, and I think that some of the training stuff it had you do was a little bit insulting. And I'm also questioning about like, is there any way to get these fucking weapons without buying them? Because it kind of seems like it is, but I don't know. Like, I'm tempted to buy this, but 250 for a little thing seems a little weird. Another thing is that because of the way my settings are, it has left on the D-pad as my lock-on. I don't know what the normal lock-on is for people, but that was something that in the original instructions for me, it didn't really like elaborate on that. So we're going to be doing a little, just some grinding, my guys, just some grinding. We're going to go back to the orbiter, smoke them if you got them. It's one of those. So one of those. So let's see. That's a shame. I can't tell you how heated I am that my first impressions video is a bad impression. I haven't live streamed in like quite forever. So I wrote a bunch of topics, discussion points, and things down specifically to save for the Duviri Day 1. I'm very upset that it all went to waste, but whatever. We'll start again, right? So let's try and go into some actual Duviri content. I think we will do the circuit for now. I think the circuit might be the best way to get the battle points, or whatever the fuck this shit is called. But either way, I do want the Bratton Genesis. I want to see, like, fuck the stuff that puts on a gun. I want to see if this cosmetic that it puts there will stay. I kind of doubt it, but it would be nice. Cosmetics are always nice. Oh, but actually, we got to swap. I don't want to do it in solo in case I get trash warframes. Let's do public, do some pubs. Hopefully we don't get people with severe critical life-altering and destroying autism. Hopefully we'll just get the mild variety. You know, mild up syndrome is always nice. I think we all have a little bit of up syndrome, but it's everything in moderation. So we start with the decree because of our stuff. Let's see, we're gonna go with critical damage. I like going with stuff that will always be useful. I mean, you could save it until you get your frame and look at it, but typically my melee's the go-to. So I don't know why it has a weird choice of cosmetics. Let's see if it lets me have the correct build even. Alright, so we do have the correct build. Let's see if we got anything decent for weapons. Tysus, jeez, this build is from like 2020 or 2014. Thank God this run. Alright. So it actually gave me Sierra Kraken. Ouch, my guy. Ouch. Ouch! I would probably go Seer, maybe? Well, assuming it's Kuba Seer or Kuba Kraken, I'd probably go Seer. Viral. With this. Haruto. Tippido. I don't think I have a good Tippido build, no. Well, at least all you need is one good item. That's really it. So at least we have good frames too.
Endurance is defiance.
Oh, almost finished with this bowl, just in time. Alright, so let's see. Melee attacks hit twice. Killing enemy restores health, we'll do that. So we just have to survive. It seems like survival, excavation, defense, extermination, I think might be the order of it. I would rather do this than a mirror defense. I do like mirror defense, but it seems like this heats up a little lot faster. Already at level 130 enemies. I think mirror defense starts at like 120. I'm happy that on weapons you may not have or builds for, there's a default build that's like not absolute trash, not optimal, but at least usable. Oh. It is always nice too when you get the weapon that you have a beefy fucking ribbon for.
Life support is limited. It must not be squandered.
So I think the optimal choices for what to do for intrinsics, I definitely feel like the thing you should focus on first is maybe getting the first level for everything, just because it's so cheap. It's 20, then 25. That's understandable, but I think after the 25, then it gets to like 60 or something. So I think the best route to go is to get all the first couple things for everything, and then just focusing into the intrinsic that's third. If you go like left to right, the third one, because that one has extra weapon slots and extra warframe slots. So because there was 4 warframe options instead of 3, you know, that could be the difference between getting stuff you may not have god builds for, or even if you do have god builds for it, it might be the difference between playing someone who's good. Like it's always nice to have Goss over like Hydroid for most people, right? Like that one extra slot is pretty fucking big. Even if you have a build for everything, but I'm a Hydroid enjoyer. One-shot everything still.
It is my duty to make extraordinary demands of
One decree. Oh, this one's huge. The status one, awesome.
This Tenno asset is destined to be destroyed by hostile forces.
Oh, I'm glad my roar is able to help you guys. Yeah, that's what, when I saw Rhino, I was like, thank God, I might actually be able to, like... It's not nourish, but... pretty close. I've been telling you, I'm trying not to use nourish, because it's like, everyone uses it. Right? Like, I don't like using something that everybody's using, it's just not, like, my thing. Doesn't make it bad. It's just gotta be a low tier hero. But being able to run nourish and have viral on everything and just go like raw slash, absolutely nothing else, just pure critical damage, raw, maybe a reload, no elements, and then throw nourish, really fucking powerful stuff. The only thing is, like, with Roar, you can still play without Roar, right? But if you're built around Nourish, and your Nourish runs off and you don't realize it, you might be doing, like, no damage. The highs are a lot higher and the lows are a lot lower than Roar. Let's see, killing enemies restores health.
The enemy musters for a fresh assault.
Weird.
Hold the line.
We'll do the healing one. We'll take the pussy route. That was probably the worst choice. Now I wonder if this is something that we should be bringing the corrupted mods to. Like, do these Thrax count as corrupted? Because if so, like, I don't usually have a build for every single faction type. I usually just change the Bane, but this might actually make people want to always have a corrupted thing build. That way, if they get the weapon, because it seems like you can change between the presets, but not actually make the build when you get into the menu. Oh, what a difference it makes actually getting something that's kitted out. At least we all got good frames. I've been in a couple matches where like everyone's Oberon and Hydroid and or no Hydroids yet, but some pretty bunk frames. But it seems like I wonder, it's got to be weighted because I've seen Citrusy in every lobby's had a Citrusy. It would make perfect sense for them to weight it. Like Citrusy has a 50% chance to be one of the options or something. Oh, sorry, I keep killing all your hordes. I forget that you might need that. That's pretty easy though. Probably has the best, arguably the best combat music in the game. It's got a real funky bass line. So I saw that people think that for the 10-year anniversary of Warframe, they're gonna have Excalibur Prime come back and be available at TennoCon, perhaps. And the argument is that there's a lot of founders who have not played in 10 years. There's a lot of people who bought the Founders stuff and didn't even play. Should their accounts be given to someone else? It's possible they totally lost that account login information. They spilt pee all over. You know, you have cups of pee in your room usually if you're playing Warframe. And you know, it's a common thing, accidentally ruining your laptop because of that cup of pee spilt on it. But it's like, what if they have the info and they just haven't logged in? You know, that's a thing. Like, I still have my MySpace login info, you know? I'm not gonna log into that. What am I, fucking 2010 again? Ooh, the morale boost. The Warframe energy regeneration one's really big. Regenerate energy while at full health. I think that's like the best possible thing you can get from all the things I've seen. So without pets, we don't have our synth deconstructs, so equilibrium combos won't work as well. This, by virtue of this new content existing, it's going to make Arcane Energize go back up a little bit in price. Lately it's been about 1K, and it'll probably go back up to 2K, because the new main content would Arcane Energize has a weird fluctuating price. As they're making more stuff to make your energy economies better, like think of the new mirror defense mode. You get so many drops from shit. Equilibrium is just a great go-to choice for it, very optimal. But this, you bring Equilibrium and you don't have your pets, so when you're at full HP, drop an explosive when you roll. When you're at full HP, you're not able to pick up the orbs, which hurts Equilibrium a lot. And that's like the free-to-play version of not having Arcane Energize. So between that and the new Arcanes that have been coming out, they've been the poor man's Arcane Energize, but by virtue of this existing, Arcane is going to be an easy, like, if I was selling, I probably wouldn't even negotiate. I wouldn't sell it less than 2,000 at least right now. But even just yesterday, I would have said it was worth like 1,000 because he didn't really need it anymore. But if this is gonna be our main content, Stonk's going up. I did see they were saying in the pre-release stuff that you're going to be able to use something that would allow you to specifically target which arcane you want to get. And that would be fucking sick. It would probably dramatically decrease a lot of prices for a lot of arcanes, but they're probably talking about just the new ones. Alright, so we can beam up here. That's fucking
The battle has barely begun.
completely pointless. I think we're gonna get excavation next. If I was a betting man. I do think though, if they do release, even like say they release a handful of Excalibur primes that people could get, it would, I mean I'd like it, because I didn't buy the prime since there was nothing to fucking buy in this game at the time. It's like, why would I buy that? Like the only reason you would get prime bundle back in the game was literally to support the game or to get revives. Like there was like nothing to buy at all. So that's, the founders really earned that. And they said it would never come back, so it'd be sick if it did, but I kind of would never, ever trust DE ever again, you know? It's like Dead by Daylight devs constantly fucking lie. And because they constantly, like when devs constantly lie, no one in the community trusts anything they say. I think that for the most part we can trust the devs of this game. Like usually when they say something's gonna happen or that they're doing targeted balance changes, they do it. And explain why. So a lot of times Dead by Daylight won't really explain why they're making a change. Or when they do explain why, they'll explain it like They'll explain it like they don't actually play the game and they don't understand like why something's happening. When I see Rebecca and Megan and all these people live stream every week, I feel like I can actually like they actually play the fucking game. Matthew Coate doesn't play his fucking game. Yeah, excavation I called it.
Goes on for as long as you can stand.
Let's do the status damage. This should ramp up my strun even more. My minus impact.
Secrets lie buried deep within the undercroft. The paradox provides the means to extract them. You must protect the excavators and keep them trapped. Extractor in place.
But if the devs, where I was going, if the devs were to say they do add Excalibur Prime, right? You can get Excalibur Prime, but it's only like one person at TennoCon. Like, I feel like that would be fair, you know? Damn, I don't want any of these. Because that could use that same philosophy of, like, alright, let's take someone's account who hasn't logged in, or at that point, like, just make another one, but because a lot of people are selling, you can buy Excalibur Prime accounts for like $5,000. Can you imagine spending like $5,000 on an MR nothing account just for Excalibur Prime? And then not only on top of that, like, you can get banned for doing third-party trade stuff, because a lot of that stuff is with stolen credit cards, which is like they legally have to ban that, right? Like, it makes sense. So just by virtue of buying that $4,000 account, like, what if somehow the person who sold it to you just wants to burn someone? You know, some people just want to watch their world burn. So imagine buying a $400 or a $4,000, $2,000, even a $400 Excalibur Prime, only to get IP banned. Would be nuts. That would be the biggest fuck you of like all time that a dev has done to someone. But it would, if they re-offered Excalibur Prime, it would completely kill a third-party market, which it's always in everyone, like, you never want a third-party market because you're missing out on money.
Extractor charge expended.
Which I wouldn't put it past a big game company, like DE's pretty big now. I wouldn't put it past a development company to go back on their morals. This dude is hiding pretty good in the grass there.
Extractor is out of power. I sense another void treasure. Extractor in place. Extractor requires power. Excavator under attack. Excavator is severely damaged. Protect it. You allow the enemy to destroy an excavator.
Come on. Can't win them all.
Marking void treasure extraction site. Extractor in place. The way out is
Oh, alright. So I guess you might get 100 from each of those. That's pretty crazy.
are here for the taking. Leave now.
That's pretty quick. Normally you get like 50
You must.
or something like barely noticeable.
Is inexhaustible.
Let's see. Leave behind a toxic
The
cloud.
paradox has drawn void angels to besiege the Undercroft, undo what their
5% damage?
claws have done. Or Duviri may fall to something worse, even than Thrax. The ruptures can
Guess we'll
be
go with
closed,
damage.
but only if you collect enough ambient void energy. Seize the globes that float nearby.
I'm glad that this is like part of the core gameplay loop. This is my favorite mode, but there's only like the one tile set that has it. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to roar for you guys. So it doesn't make a difference to me if I haven't roared or not. They get one shot.
Breach has been seen. Excellent work. Fight on. Close the ruptures as you would staunch the wounds of a comrade.
Definitely go with headshots. Oops. Okay.
The Void Angels are unrelenting. You are all that is keeping them at bay. Hold
I wonder if this ever has some sort of like, doesn't seem like it, but if it ever has some sort of like mini boss wave like in Void Angel.
Void Angels break through the wall.
Probably not.
Their master will be free. Do not allow that to happen.
Oops.
The rupture is closed. The paradox stabilized.
I do wonder if at TennoCon that there's like I never see stuff from previous like I've never been to a TennoCon as much as I'd like to. I think it's just fucking one day though. I've never seen anyone post like, yeah, the TennoCon after party was really cool. So I imagine like 10 p.m. comes and everybody just like goes back to their boring lives after like a convention and has no party. Like I can't imagine ever going to any sort of non-business related convention and doing that. Ooh, the decree movement speed is really fucking good.
Is enough to hold the paradox at bay.
Really fucking good.
Environment itself will fight to choke you out.
Critical hits, melee attacks, successful melees. Actually not having any energy issues at all. It's pretty crazy too, like no pets. It's like back to basics. Back in my day, the first couple months of Warframe, like most people didn't even have pets. The Taxor, whatever that flying fucking X thing is, that was like the first easily like no effort. Might have had to buy them back in the day, I can't remember. But nobody had pets. And then eventually, after the first like couple weeks or so, like or months or whatever, people finally started getting pets. But even still, when we had pets, like they would actually kind of live because everything did such low damage and you were mostly doing stealth. But that was part of it too, is that the pets could fuck with your stealth, causing you to get shot at. So even more incentivization to not get a pet. And on top of that, only one pet had vacuum. It was carrier, yeah, just normal carrier. So, like, not many people had pets. They started finally getting pets. And then it was only carriers for a while. And right now it's only Panzervolpophilas, right? So, like, this mode is pretty much, it's not even no pets, it's no Panzervolpophilas. Which, I think on top of getting random shit, like, you'd think it'd let us get a random pet, too, right? Random melee, random... everything's random except for no pet. Kind of a little bit weird if you ask me. But I do think the biggest rework that Warframe needs right now is a pet rework. If they're gonna rework anything, fuck reworking a frame. Like, how many times are you gonna rework Hydroid? It's been reworked like 3 or 4 times at this point. It's ridiculous. Just leave him. Forget him. Make new frames. But the pets, you can fix the pets. Imagine if they did what they did to Carrier and removed the vacuum, or instead of removing the vacuum effect and giving it to everyone, do the same thing with Panzervolpophyla. Just make every pet have some sort of revive mechanic. Sure, you can use, you can swap to Operator and do finishing kills to revive your pets, but I don't think that's an ample substitute. Right? Like, nobody likes doing that, especially when it could just die really quickly afterwards anyway, after you get those 3 finisher kills in 45 seconds or whatever it is. So it would be nice if everything had some sort of base regen ability, or at least for the robotics. Oops. And I think that by not including pets in this mode, it's kind of like drawing less attention onto pets. They want us to forget about pets. Pet ribbons, like, I've only ever seen them get touched once that I've noticed. Like, some ribbons for companion weapons make like an insane pet. But most people don't have pet companion ribbons, so it's just Panzer. Defense.
Not to be content with merely doing enough.
Abilities boost movement speed. Let's go all out status for the super slash shotgun. I wonder if this is gonna... Oh, it's not gonna add cold, it's only if cold. Oh well. Wasted decree. 468. Wow, they're already 468. Close. That's your dude. After taking damage, roll immediately.
Enemies incoming. Stand fast.
Whoops. I think the map layout for all the objectives is really good. I feel like it's always in an interesting spot. It's kind of tough, I would imagine, after 10 years to be able to like come up with unique combat scenarios. Call of Duty can't even like, they couldn't even do it like 4 years. Every single game has the same multiplayer maps. Wouldn't surprise me though if some of these Warframe maps are like literally repainted. They copied that one CS:GO map.
Prepare yourself. A fresh wave approaches.
I think there's a Strun and Karnan thing. If there's something that makes this like have AoE, like oh my fucking god. Like this thing is amazing. It's just, it's single target. It's got like punch through to go through, like innate punch through to go through like one enemy. Pretty not impressive. Even with punch through though, it's like adding a mod for one body punch through basically, depending on enemy type. Some enemies have different like thicknesses. I think they're body parts too. Like I think a full torso is one punch through. I'm pretty sure is the Grineer torso to go through it. So if you have 1.5 punch through, it's just going through one enemy. And I'm pretty sure that's what Strun have. It might even be like 1.2 or something like that. Insultingly low. But you can get a really shitty Strun Ribbon unrolled for super cheap. Like it doesn't even matter what you get on it as long as you get minus impact. Add Hunter Adrenaline or Hunter Munitions anyway, even though it's already all slash. And it just becomes insanely good, but maybe now with the Incarnate Adapter will actually compete with the Arcoplasma, because there's no substitute for just raw AoE. Easy exterminate.
Will you lay your sword aside and
Easy,
rest,
easy.
or fight on?
Damn, I don't really want any of these.
Like an infected wound, the paradox breeds defenders out of the raw void. Contain the paradox. Kill the enemy.
These decrees are making me so fucking fast, it's kinda hard to aim. 80% damage. Whatever. Bro, I'm like Naja. Holy shit, this is ridiculous. I see everyone like jolting around. I wonder what the cap is for this. Like if you just play for 3 hours, are you just gonna have insane amounts of movement speed, uncontrollably fast? If it keeps going like this, there's no way it doesn't get uncontrollably fast. That would be ridiculous. Even when aiming, it's like probably faster than my movement speed even. My normal walking speed or whatever. Level 700. Happens to the best of us. Damn, I really want someone to not die so I can see if this is doing cold. I don't think it is. I think one of those things might have possibly dilutes your procs. Hey, he's getting cold procs, interesting. There's no dying allowed here. Just getting ridiculously fast. I feel like if you pick Goss, it would be like pretty nuts. Really happy with this mode, but the spawns for the exterminate missions have kind of wonky spawns. I don't know if they want you to camp, or if they want you to... I feel like the way the spawns are, they want you to run around. I don't think you can really influence how they spawn too much. Unlike most, like defense or whatever. Or, endurance. Oops. It is cool to finally see what like Orkin Homeworld looks like. It's like this has gotta be Orkin, right? Like the Zariman 10-0's here, and this a lot of the architecture, like technology shit is the same, so it definitely came from here. Well, GG's. Profitable run. That was very loud. Go figure, Saren did the highest damage. GG. Yeah, no endo drops kind of sucks. I was just looking at that too. We got like knickknacks and bric-a-brac though. We got rune marrow. Whatever the fuck that is. Oh well. Well, GG, friends. See, you can't let people grow too attached. Gotta keep them out of your life. So, I want to see... I gotta do errands, man. Fucking errands. We gotta go to Deimos. Actually, no, we'll do that later. We should... So that was the circuit. Let's do the Duviri experience. See what it's all about. Yeah, I definitely think that Citrusy definitely has increased chances of spawning because she has spawned in every single one of these. I really want to go Zaku. Gonna go with the Brain Dead just in case. Paragale, fuck. Oh my god. Absolute trash, alright. With full health, gain energy. That's definitely the best thing to get. Damn, bro. Absolute trash. Do I even have a build? Oh, magnetic puncture, lordy lordy. What the fuck? Guess we don't have a choice. Fragger. Damn, bro. I don't have a build for that. Oh. Horrible weapons.
The harbinger of joy.
Couldn't have been worse. I just spawned in. Oh, I have to go through the whole race.
There's a face in the sky with a great
It let me finish the, or it said I finished it. It said I had 26 of 26. Guess not. Classic, day one bugs. DE was really smart when they thought, what would be fun? Let's add the ring challenge from Superman 64 into our game. It says I have 26 of 26. It might just be bugged. I hope not. Oh, are we missing someone? Oh, someone, whoever the last person is in here. Well, I think we just need Gooey to come here. Oh my fucking god. These people have actual autism. Oh my god. Classic. I love a good host migration. Bro, now we gotta do this fucking thing again. Now it's actually bugged. Even gate skipped. I didn't skip a fucking gate at all. Definitely fly faster in the air. Yeah, it's saying gate skipped. I literally didn't skip it. Interesting. Hello? Can it not? I think you might have missed 6 of the orbs. Oh, wow.
There you go. Yeah. Ooh, that's the good stuff. Good boy. Yeah.
Duviri Pitbull. How do I get it?
Oh, how's that? You like that? Yeah.
Alright, that's not much to it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Ooh, that's
Very cool. So, we're waiting for someone. Someone's at 20 of 26 gates. Alright, I'll give you a little bit more, but I don't know if you're doing it. Is that another one? So these are Kruby.
Oh, how's that?
The Pibbles,
You like
man.
that? Yeah.
Well, it's kind of making me want to play the old toaster in a bathtub game. I'm so sorry. I think this is fucked. I think it's bugged. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Part of the old Warframe experience is disconnecting. Some things just never change. Lordy, lordy. I guess let's do one more. I was hoping that would be, we can get a full Duviri, so you can fight the worm. And of course it's I don't understand, why is it sending me here? Weird as fuck. I know because you can go to the dorm zone, but like... Day 1 bugs. But besides that, I had a pretty good day today. Had lots of, feel like I got a lot of progress done. It's always nice to come to a nice... What's that? Defeat the Dags guarding the treasure.
So arm your mind well.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten this one yet. Oh, you keep the intrinsics. That's the only thing you do keep. If you come over here to this bonfire, this bonfire is how you spend over here is how you spend it.
Should be you.
I forget. Just want to know whether or not there's a special reward for beating it in Steel Path. Well, you should always do Steel Path regardless of whether there's a specific reward or not for it, because you get more of the item drops. So whatever we're going to get from this, we'll get more drops of.
Every time you leave this cave, I fear it will be the last time.
Oops. Let's see, are my weapons the same? Damn, it's the same choices. Alright. Paragale. Let's see what this Fragor build is. Yeah, I marked it. Should say 4. Oh, you're already in the mission? Oh, all right. Yeah, I'm in the hub. I just loaded in. I just had to pick my decide if I wanted a shit or a piece of crap. I'm pretty sure the intrinsic you keep, because I think you keep it in Railjack. Yeah. Well, I think we all have to be here. Oh. Are we still waiting for someone though? Yeah, I think we might. If all three of us come here and it's still not working, then it's definitely bugged. I think we just need to all be here. Let's see, did anything spawn? Nope. Alright, well, note to self, if we see something like this, I guess it's bugged. Oh. Unless it's this guy over here. Oh, never mind. Yep, it's bugged. Oh, I think I should probably close app, or you'll probably keep having this. Yeah, so that's a rip. Switcher, that